Well, we're recording, so it is the 9th of April, 2020. WIKISPEED Stand-Up. Go ahead, Lauren.
This is Lauren Salter, Gabriel Island, British Columbia, Canada. This week, the only thing I did that was relevant to WIKISPEED, and it's more like the thing I was doing benefited from WIKISPEED, but it was an experience working out video conferencing. So I helped my family set up a conference for 20 locations with 30 people, and tutored a couple of people on ins and outs of Zoom. And maybe I did think a little bit about, actually I did start to write. I'm not calling it a managing remote anymore workers, but I did start to write a thing about, and I call it tips and strategies for remote teams, because I almost in the spirit of Scrum and of teams, the idea of teams. I think the idea of managing remote teams is a little outdated. More like leading, facilitating, whatever. Maybe a little semantic, but anyways. And so that was it for me the past week. Coming week could be challenging. I am trying to basically rescue some couple of relatives. I'll talk and crosstalk offline about it. And so that's going to come first. But along with what Joe's been writing, I do believe this is a what you would call convergent, synchronous time for the kinds of things we're doing in some ways. So I will keep my eyes open for opportunities. People are talking about that it's an opportunity to move to different ways of doing things, such as remote working, not commuting. Okay, and blocks is the same block as everyone in the world. So that's it for me.
Okay, it's Michael Wolchuk in Saskatoon, Canada. This past week, I realized that I hadn't posted the March 26th stand-up. So I posted that, and then I did a little recording for April 2nd, just me. So I posted that. The time of flight sensor that I was looking up from the Make magazine, that would have been a couple months ago, finally arrived. So I'm hoping to work on that this week, get it mounted and get the interface to the Arduino. And I cleaned up some of my basement. So my treadmill's out of storage and it's functional. So hopefully I can stop gaining weight and maybe get into a little bit better shape. And my workbench corner of the basement's now accessible, so I can do some testing. I have access to it, so I even got a chair down there. Nothing directly involved with WIKISPEED, so I don't knock out any points, but it is an enabler. Next week, I'm hoping to actually get into my little corner now and get a breadboard put together, check out some of the chips that I investigated in fall, I guess. And I'll be working a little bit on or I hope to be working a little bit on a electronic workbench. I have some test equipment that just really isn't very convenient to use. So I got to get it to a point where it's actually available for me to use in order for me to use it. And that's about it for me. Oh, sorry, okay. Blocks. Nothing except my lack of drive and determination. Okay, no, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So for myself, I'll do a 2. For the team, I'll do a 6 because it kind of together we're more than separate. And process improvement. Yeah, I think I'm kind of rolling. I don't know if this is a process improvement, but I'm rolling with the Zoom and the remote Teams thing. And definitely I would be kind of giving credit to WIKISPEED if I do that thing. So that's perhaps a something that kind of may appeal to people, and it may make them aware of WIKISPEED. So that's it for me.
Okay, I got estimated 2 for last week. I got 1.5 done. So that gives me 7.5, I think, is what I figured it out. And then 1 for stand-up. I'm just going to call it 8 out of 10. Team, I'm going to agree with 6 because we're not getting any more posts on the various designs and what's going on. And process improvement. I put this for last week. I think I'm going to use it again for this week. Is show up and get something done. I'm tired of putting things into the list to do and not getting anything done. I just gotta actually spend some time and do it. And if you do a little bit every week, you'll eventually get something done. If you don't do anything any week, you're depressed. It feels bad. So that's my process improvement, I guess. Get something done, whatever it is.
I vote for that one.
Okay, we can agree. Excellent.
So
you want to do crosstalk offline then?
there was one more thing I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no, I would add to it that the thing I was thinking about was your idea of basics, get back to basics in Scrum and grooming lists, and you did that a few weeks ago. So that is also on my this week. Take a look at the list and groom it if I can. Maybe all my lists. Okay, yes, and now I'm interested in going offline.
Okay, I'll just hit the button here.